used to watch helicopters over my backyard in Hawaii. My dad was an Army officer, so we lived on base. I loved hearing them start up and take off. Coolest thing in the world. But I knew I could never be a pilot. I wasn't like them. I never considered myself to be a smart person. I struggled to keep up in class. Subjects like math and Spanish were so hard for me. Growing up, my mother was in and out of the hospital for nearly a decade before she passed away. My older brother Rob helped raise me. He eventually followed my father's footsteps into the Army, and I wanted to as well, just not as a helicopter pilot. Then, during a long road trip with Rob, he told me to pursue my true dream. But I'm not pilot material, I said. Rob was done listening to my excuses, so finally, I decided to stop making them. I gave myself permission to dream and refocus my life around this goal. Training myself to pay attention, visualizing myself in the cockpit of an Army helicopter. I even created something called a vision board, listing my goals. I had little chance to achieve them all, but I gave my all and made them happen. It doesn't take a genius to become an Army pilot. It takes time and effort. Now, every time I put my helmet on, I feel like I'm dreaming. And I can't imagine doing anything else. I'm U.S. Army First Lieutenant David Toguchi, and I answered my calling.
Wow. Hi, this is Paul Slatkis, Good News Planet. What a segment here. U.S. Army's new animated YouTube series embraces humanity of soldiers to reach Gen X. We are fortunate today to have First Lieutenant David Toguchi discussing this, the calling is what it is, and your role and why you think this is important. And that is very impressive. I'm doing this 50 years. I have goose pimples right now. I just watched it, and it's very exciting. So thank you very much, First Lieutenant, and you must be excited about this.
Yes, Paul. I'm very excited. It's been a long time. A lot of work has been put into this from DDB and the Army, and it's a great final product.
Did you know as a young man you were going to be a star in this way?
No, I never thought I'd be an animated character, in short.
How do you feel with this message and with you being a part of it? I mean, with all the people that are part of the Army, and obviously your story is very, very, very powerful, and I thank you for sharing that to begin with, and I thank you for your service. So what's your feelings right now?
Well, Paul, there's definitely a lot of feelings. For one, I feel very blessed. This is an amazing opportunity to share my story. I'm honored in a lot of ways by the Army. I didn't think, I was a special person at a young age, and especially now. And for them to turn my story, my life into an animation to inspire others, it's just an incredible feeling. I'm humbled by it. There's so many amazing people in the Army, and I think my story just scratches the surface, really.
You took the word out of my mouth, humble. You are one humble man, and I salute you. What do you think got the Army involved with this kind of an approach to, letting people know more about our soldiers?
Yeah, I know the Army did a transition with a different agency, and during that time, they really took a deep look at, what they were saying, what their messaging was, and I think they realized that the next generation, Gen Z, needs relatability. And I think the biggest issue, Paul, for the Army is when they're advertising and recruiting people, a lot of soldiers know somebody in the military, right, before they join. And the Army's trying to reach people who don't know anybody in the military, who doesn't have a relationship, right? And they're trying to show that, hey, soldiers are real people, they're relatable. And I think this is a great way to show it.
There's no doubt about it. When television and video games and animation is so popular and relatable, and it's an extremely well done segment. Now, you had some other soldiers also involved. Is that right? What was the camaraderie with the group?
Yeah, with the 4 other soldiers and their stories.
Yes.
It was incredible, right? When I got to meet all the soldiers in LA when we were doing some of the studio filming, which is just an incredible experience, you know. Just to go to Los Angeles and do some studio stuff, because I'm not familiar with that at all. But I got to meet the 4 of the soldiers, and they are incredible people. They're authentic, real, and their stories were so inspiring. And I encourage the listeners, go to goarmy.com/thecalling to see their stories. They are very inspiring. Yeah, I mean, I was blown away. I was again humbled to be in their presence. I was like, wow, I definitely don't deserve to be here.
Well, video. I mean, is so powerful. I mean, as I mentioned, I'm doing this a real long time, and the reason I'm making TV shows in the CBS, PBS, my whole career, is that media is extremely powerful, and you can either be positive with it or you can be, in essence, negative with it. And the opportunity to be so positive with this message, it's inspiring. It's really inspiring, man. What I just saw.
Thank you.
Yourself personally, I mean, you have a heck of a story, and I'm sorry for your mom, and you really, you're what they call it. It's interesting. You're a trooper, and these are like words that are part of service, aren't they? I mean, something like that. He's a trooper. These are Army words, probably. It's interesting. Tell me a little bit more about what you think, where this will go, and will you be doing any touring with the movie besides these audio and video opportunities for people?
I'm not sure that I'll do any touring, of course, and especially like in a COVID world, COVID environment. That's pretty tough to do. And so right now we're doing interviews. I'm in Honduras right now. I'm stationed in Honduras. And it is definitely difficult to travel and also do the full-time job, But I don't know where it will go. I think we'll do some more of these interviews. I think we'll do some social media work. But, I'm hoping that a lot of people get to view this. I think it's really inspiring. And I think there's so many opportunities for, Generation Z and just young people in the Army. I think everybody's looking for a fit to see where they fit in or what, career they want to take. And I just recommend, hey, the Army is a great option. There are over 200 roles that they can join. And so I'm just really hoping they get inspired by it.
Well, I'm inspired by it. It really is. It's marvelous. What are you doing in Honduras? What's your assignment? So I am a CH-47 pilot. My MOS is 15 Alpha. I get to fly Chinooks here at Soto Cano Air Base, and we do a lot of humanitarian work mostly. We'll provide food, water to areas, we'll provide disaster relief or air movements for some of the advisors, and we also work with the embassies out here, and it's a great opportunity. It's incredible. I never thought I'd be doing something this rewarding. Wow, those are like comments of an ambassador to the country. That's really wonderful. Well, you have a lot of people to talk to, and I'm glad you do. I'm glad I got an opportunity to see the actual video, and and really, it's a big honor for me to get a chance to speak with you. Any other thoughts you want to share with any of us?
Thank you, Paul. Your energy was fantastic. Last thought is, if they want to see more of these stories or my story, go to goarmy.com/thecalling, and I hope they find it inspiring. Thank you, Paul, for your time.
Well, I thank you, and I thank you for your service once again. You take care. Love to meet you one day.